In belum.
Okay, we'll start our meeting. Good afternoon, everyone. Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Kita semua. Today meetings, ya, we are gonna do an introduction, ya, related with the course, and also a little bit sharing, ya, related to the basic things of communication. Okay, I will start to have a sun scattering, yeah, here. Yeah, the preliminaries for the first week, yeah. We will have a short meeting, yeah, because it's quite tiring later on if we have spent, yeah, the full hours in the first meeting. That's why our target related with the course grade 2, yeah, we are going to discuss about syllabus briefly, and then we are going to discuss too a bit about what is communication, yeah, what do we need to study it in English, yeah, but still on the basic layer. Now, first, let me introduce myself. My name is Agustinus Haristiawan, ya. You can call me Hari. I'm majoring in linguistics from the English Education Study Program. Yeah. The faculty is the Teachers Training and Education Faculty, ya, KIP. Okay. In this class, I'll give you a given situation. Yeah, that's why we need to force ourselves to merge in English environment. Why we need to force ourselves in this English environment? Because in studying English, we have no sense to just be passive and then with the input in Bahasa or another language. Because if we want to learn a certain kind of language, we need to merge into that language. That's why in Indonesia, we are in EFL situation, right? English for foreign language setting. That's why we need to at least force in doing communication in this class using English. Whether this is started from receptive skill, yeah, or the productive skill. Okay, if there is kind of a praying, yeah, we'll stop for a while. And then it depends on the location, yeah. I will stop praying if, I will stop presenting if there is kind of praying, yeah, in my area. Okay, we will continue. Back to the topic, yeah. We need to force ourselves because at least in the receptive skill, reading like this, yeah, listening, and then with the productive skill, speaking and listening, speaking and writing, yeah, we need to have it in English. But the first thing first is not about how we do it correctly, how we make it perfectly. No, that's not the purpose of learning because we are still learning, right? So the first thing is about effort. Yeah, in this class, once again, as the introduction, your effort is very important, whether this is about classroom participation or this is about your activity in doing tasks and so on. Yeah. Okay, that's why in knowing that situation, yeah, we will also uh, be given about what is the communication science is. The purpose of this course, yeah, it consists discussion of media, yeah, communication activity in working situation. It means that what you have learned so far, yeah, from the first semester, and then you have vary, yeah, from a different semester, and so far that you have been studying, yeah, uh, it will be learned, yeah, through English, but still on the surface because from the 3 credits, yeah, 3 SKS, this is quite impossible to discuss all of the field, but in deeper discussion, yeah. We'll start to discuss the subtopics, but on the surface. That's why our purpose is practice English, yeah, in communication science field. Not just about the topics, but we will discuss the last one, yeah, this one, article and journal. That's why we are going to do a scientific writing discussions, yeah, to ensure that our learning is interesting and motivating. Of course, that our goals, right? That's why please enjoy later on, yeah, about your study related with communication science. And then remember, do not be afraid to make mistakes because this is still learning. And then if you make a mistakes, that's common, yeah, because this is still about academic setting to learn something. Yeah, the important thing is effort. Once again, effort. Your effort is important. Okay, next is about scoring criteria. Yeah, maybe we have a different scoring criteria from the last semester, the last year. Yeah, it happens because we have a new curriculum. Yeah, right. 2021 curriculum. It is called by MBKM. Ya, Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. In MBKM, we have outcome based, OBE, outcome based. Yeah. Why OBE? Because we want to create a product. Product is not always something that can be seen. Yeah, it can be another many things that can be produced by us. Yeah, through this course. Because in OBE, yeah, we are guided to fulfill the goals of the course CPMK, ya, capaian mata kuliah, capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah. In the CPMK, ya, we have several topics that it combined become one. If the last scoring criteria, we have attendance list, we have classroom activeness, ya, then we have task or assignment, then we have mid exam, we have final examination. Now it will be different, yeah, it will be different. We have those that is blended. Attendance is important, yeah, it is blended here. We have ASN1 assessment, yeah, AS1, ASN2, ASN3, ASN4, ASN5, yeah. In several meetings will combine become one, and then we will have kind of assessment. That's our scoring criteria. Then there are two assessment that is converted into mid exam and also final examination. Jadi UTS dan UAS masih ada, masih. Itu salah satu bentuk nanti dari salah satu ASN, ya. The two ASN will be converted with mid exam and final examination. Oke, sebelum lanjut saya akan sampaikan bagi yang belum merubah namanya, ya, mohon diubah sesuai nama aslinya, sesuai presensi, ya. Nanti I'm afraid that I cannot recognize, ya, those who are present, but I cannot find it in the attendance list. Yeah, while following the course, you can change. Yeah, you can do renaming the name. Okay, we will continue. The grading, there is no changing. It's different with scoring criteria, ya. The grading using the last rector letters. Ya, we have A minus, B plus, ya. Kalau kakak angkatan yang lama itu ada A per B per C. Nah, we do not have it, ya. It is like the last semester and last year. Okay, I think that's quite common for you. Now, we are going to see, yeah, what is our course grade, what we are going to do during this semester. Yeah, the first week we have course orientation. Yeah, currently we are discussing about syllabus, we are discussing about communication in general, yeah, and warming up activity later on in the end. Then next week we are going to have newspaper discussion. Newspaper, it is quite old school, sir. Yeah, for example, like that, there is a question or kind of curiosity. Yeah, this is quite old because currently there are several people, yeah, that read newspaper and then it changed into e-newspaper, but that doesn't matter. The point is we learn about the language device in newspaper. This is as a basic. So we will know how to create a cohesion in text, how to make an open and close question, how to make a title, yeah, headline in newspaper and magazines later on. Yeah, that the thing that we will learn. Whether currently, yeah, we tend to have another new media, but we'll start to learn from the very basic thing, newspaper. Then the third meeting, we have a radio topic, yeah, that how to say about radio is quite same with newspaper, yeah, old school, but this is important as our basic, yeah, in discussing about language device in communication science, yeah. So how to introduce radio programs, the radio production, the word choice used there, yeah, especially about the terminology used. Yeah, it'll be same with the magazine in the fourth week, and then the television in the fifth week, and then the film, yeah, in the sixth week. Yeah, except of the language of television, language of magazines, we will learn about the feature written in movie making. Yeah, started from the receptive skill. Yeah, we are going to see a script, then a scene, specifically a scene. Then we'll try to understand this simple scene. Yeah, that's the first target. Then another one, for example, in those for several scene, maybe we can choose one and make a practice. You can make a practice, and that's your interpretation, right? Some do it very well, some do it just fairly good. The other one need kind of improvement. That's common in learning, yeah. Okay, then the last one before the mid exam, we learn about new media. Yeah, new media, yeah, the technical vocabulary of website, asking and for giving definition and clarification and extra. Yeah, because currently we have several new media things. Yeah, okay. Then after mid, yeah, remember, get back to this slide. In this one till the first meeting till the mid examination, we will have two ASN, yeah, two assessment. That's why one of the ASN will be converted into mid examination. Then this advertising, advertising and marketing practice will be our one big topic, yeah, in the next several meetings after mid exam. How we reassure and convince other. We will use the advertisement, yeah, for communication. Then marketing, we will have marketing communications related with this field. We will do how to describe market trends, then the use of vocabulary there, etc. Yeah. Then the practice will be held in the 11th meeting. Maybe this practice, if the advertising and marketing practice is done, yeah, maybe we'll revoke, yeah, brainstorm our understanding again related with the previous meeting of radio, newspaper, magazines, film. Yeah, it's very possible because it's flexible. It's subject to change. Yeah, depends on our necessity later on. Yeah, of course we have a plan like this, but yeah, as a language learner, we should be flexible. We have a rule, but we have a flexibility, right? Yeah. Okay, then for the 12 till 15 meeting, yeah, we are going to discuss about scientific writing. Yeah, the scientific writing, we are going to discuss about journal in Indonesia first as the warming up. Yeah, then we need to share it in English. Yeah, then in we'll find a different level of journal, yeah, using the international journal. Whether it is written in Indonesia, it's okay, but the language used is in English, yeah. So we'll share English journal and sharing it in English. It will take for 1 till 3 meetings. This is another assessment. Then we have a project. This project preparation, yeah, is for our final exam. Yeah, once again, related with OBE, yeah, outcome-based education, we are, yeah, in other words, we can say required to have a product, to have outcome in this course. Yeah, there are several outcome like, yeah, videos or another one that can reflect those KPMK, yeah, those goals of this course. Yeah, that's the brief explanation, yeah, related with what we are going to do during this semester. Okay, then after that, yeah, we'll discuss about the communication definition first, yeah. Maybe it will take several times, yeah, for your classroom participation. I will, what is that? Maximize this to let you speak. Yeah. First is about the definition. What is communication? Uh, as far as we know, and then of course you have a mastery of it. Yeah, I don't doubt it. But the communication definition that has a common definition like the communication definition related with interlocutors, yeah, speakers and listeners. Then there is a source, yeah, and then there is decoding, encoding, the media, and stra. That's common, yeah. Here we have a unique definition from Fiske, yeah. It's quite old, from 1993, but it's quite interesting to be discussed now. You can read it in your mind, yeah, slowly. So what is communication? And I will ask one or two of you later on to give opinion related with this. Yeah. So communication is one of those activities that everyone recognize, but few can define satisfactorily. Yeah. Communication is talking to one another. It is television, it is spreading information, it is our hairstyle, it is literary criticism. The list is endless. Yeah, if you have read it in your mind, maybe you can try to identify this definition. Then I will ask, maybe before I ask you about this definition to give your opinion, maybe voluntarily you want to say something about this definition? Mention your name first. Want to give opinion about this? Anyone? Not yet? Okay. as our first meeting, yeah. So sorry for having, but wow, it's already the materials, yeah. But this is still about basic materials, yeah. I will ask one of you, yeah, as the warming up. Mbak Melbia Tiara, can you hear me, Mbak Melbia? Halo, Mbak Melbia. Can you hear me? Check. Not yet. So you cannot hear me, Mbak Melbia. Okay, then I will change to the male. Maybe Mas Gilang Randy. Can you hear me, Mas Gilang? Mas Gilang? Not yet. Okay, then Mbak Wanda Alia. Not one, not yet too. Okay, the last one maybe Mas Audrey Naufal.
Iya Pak, halo.
Yeah, thank you for responding, Mas Audrey. I really appreciate it. Yeah, can you
Yeah.
give your opinion related with communication definition from Fiske? Yeah, from Fiske, from this context. What do you think about this definition?
My definition is television, Mister.
Okay, you think that this is efficient? Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any other comment related with this definition, or that's enough?
That's enough, Mister.
Yeah, thank you, Mas Naufal. Yeah.
Yeah. Ya Pak.
Yeah, you have classroom participation. Okay. A simple opinion, it very matter ya, because it is effort, your effort. Kita belajar, jadi nggak apa-apa ngomong ini mungkin tidak tepat atau sudah tepat, itu urusan nanti. Yang penting kita latihan ya. Thank you, I really appreciate what Mas Audrey Naufal ya said. This Fiske definition, ya it's quite oldies once again. Pak Hari suka yang oldies. Nah, ini karena unik. Nah, communication is one of those, kalau yang lainnya kan umum ya. Communication is the way to share information from the interlocutors among of them, atau from the speaker to the listener, there are decoding, encoding. Nah, that's common. Nah, we are going to discuss about this. Those activity that everyone recognize. Nah, mungkin kita kalau bersama-sama, you have your opinion ya. I will share mine. Everyone recognize. So, communication happens in our surrounding, in our daily activity that we are aware. But few can define satisfactorily. Not all of the communication get done successfully. Yeah, this is the reality. We can communicate with others, but the result is still not sure. Maybe later on it will be success or not. Yeah, it depends on the situation later on. Maybe barrier, maybe miscommunication, gap between the speaker knowledge with the hearer, it can be. Yeah, okay. This is what Fiske want to know about communication. Then the second question, the second sentence. Setelah Mas Audrey Naufal, mungkin yang kalimat kedua mungkin ya dilanjutkan. Saya pengen tahu ini. Kan contohnya unik-unik ini. Communication is talking to one another. It is television. Okay, that's television. It's spreading information. The core of communication. Okay, this is our hairstyle. Nah, stop to this. This is our hairstyle. Yeah, can you give explanation, further information why Fiske give a hairstyle, our hairstyle, as one of the communication? Nah, ada yang mau menambahkan kenapa? Why Fiske highlight our hairstyle as the communication better? The list is endless ya, banyak sekali. Okay, I will ask Mbak Indah Puspita. Can you hear my voice, Mbak Indah? Not yet. Not yet, Mbak. Okay. Then another females, maybe Mbak Hafidah Az-Zahra. Mbak Hafidah. Not yet. Okay, the last one, if there is no other, maybe the male. Mas Rido Ahmad. Mas Rido, can you hear me? Mas Rido? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay. This is still first meeting. It's but I really understand about the situation, yeah, but it's okay. Okay, the important thing is about the understanding. You know our discussion, right? So let's try. I will try to cover it up, yeah. So in the second sentence, we have it is our hairstyle. What does it mean? It means that whether we have kind of verbal, like spreading information orally, that there is kind of barrier related with the other sound, Fiske want to highlight about non-verbal communication from literally criticism, yeah. It can be reading, it can be about speaking, yeah. But our hairstyle is non-verbal. Let's see the sample of hairstyle. It can be long hair, short hair, the curly hair, with the braid one, yeah, with dread one, yeah. It reflects someone style, someone hairstyle mean someone preferences. In other person will say, oh, means someone music style, reggae, for example. Oh, that's one is quite rock music. Then the more analysis related with the person interpretation can be about, oh, the characteristic, but still about guessing, right? But we cannot judge the book by this cover. That's the point, yeah, from a wide or the figurative language one. But our point is about this non-verbal communication that can show something, can show something that the person who saw it can guess something. That's what Fiske want to us know. This is our hairstyle, something like that. It can represent with food choice, the other one with the music choice, something like that. Yeah? Okay, that's the point. But once again, everyone, if we talk about non-verbal, yeah, the interpretation will be different later on. Each person, individual by individual. Okay, ini kita skip saja. This is the core from those definition, ya, that the communication is an everyday activity. Then communication is very difficult to define satisfactorily. Then we are given many samples related with communication. Nah, okay, next activity, ya, semoga ada yang mau mencoba untuk menjawab, ya. Now, in other warming up intro, or this we can call it the introduction, ya, from this course, we have a picture of it. What do you think about it? Ya. In the second chance, ini gelombang kedua setelah aktivitas tadi, ya. So sorry for mentioning the name if there is no one who got voluntarily answer this question here. Still about opinion, so it's up to you, yeah. The important thing is you try to give opinion or comment. Okay, the male one, maybe I want to know the voice of Mas Ardi Anggara. Can you hear me, Mas Ardi Anggara?
Present, sir.
Yep, thank you, Mas Ardi. Yeah, I really appreciate your activity by opening the mic. Yeah. So, what do you think, Mas Ardi? What kind of picture is it? Ini gambar apa toh?
Is it flag, sir?
Flag. Okay.
Yes. My opinion is flag.
Okay, that's correct. In what situation this flag happens? Is it about and then where is it? And the purpose of it. Do you know more about this, Mas Adi?
Sorry, sir.
Maybe can you give information about the purpose of this flag? Ya, the purpose of this flag. Ini kira-kira bendera, ya. Tujuannya untuk apa kira-kira? Atau ini gimana gitu?
Identity, sir, for some
Identity.
country or another.
Yep. Thank you, ya. Identity for some country or another. Hey, thank you, ya, Mas Arti. I will change to the other picture, ya. We will keep just a representative of your opinion, ya. Now I have different picture. After Mas Ardi, ya. Previously we have Mas Audrey, ya. Now I want one of you, maybe Mbak Dewi Sekar. How about the second picture? Can you give the information about the second picture, Mbak Dewi Sekar?
Maybe in my opinion, it is flags for danger sign. In my opinion.
Okay, danger sign. In where is it? The location?
Beach. In beach.
Beach. Yeah. So that's correct. Yeah. Thank you. I think that's enough. Yeah. For it. Okay. Then let's conclude it for a while. We have Mbak Arti and Mas Arti, sorry, and Mbak Dewi. Yeah. Related with those two pictures, this picture and this picture. We can say all answers are correct, but the first one, it can be vary. Yeah, why? Because we are guessing. Why guessing? Because it just given that this is a red flag from clothes, for example, or fabric that kind of stick it on it. But there is no further detailed information. So whether Mas Ardi said that is the identity of a country, that's correct. Whether the other one will say, oh, this is just a sign if we climb a mountain, then we are on the peak of a mountain. Yeah, it can be correct. Mas Ardi can be correct. It's about guessing because we do not have the sufficient context. Now, the point that we will get a highlight here is context. And then Mbak Dewi have a different picture. Mbak Dewi can explain more details and we can say this is correct. Not just maybe or probably, but this is correct because we are given a clear context. Right, a beach, yeah, the setting is about the time, the place, the situation, the nuance, the condition. Yeah, in communication, in knowing about and understanding about someone, something, yeah, it depends on the context. That's why if we study this, we'll start from semiotic, yeah. The communication science have semiotic, then have semantic and pragmatic. Tadi about meaning, makna. Oke, sebentar ya. Ya, masih ada yang belum selesai. Oke, then we'll continue. Oh, Mbak Indah Puspita, make a chat ya. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, I will take a note of it.
Alternatif.
Ya, saya mute ya, nanti enggak percakapannya terdengar. Oke, we'll continue ya. User, ini ada yang namanya user, nanti kalau saya presensi saya kurang bisa tahu ya, because I'm not someone that can read someone mind. Nanti rename your what's that? The name in the Zoom, yeah. So I can take a note or maybe list the attendance, yeah, for your classroom attendance. Okay, then we'll continue. That's about context. Then here, maybe if you get bored with those question, maybe we will start, yeah, because this is still first meeting, yeah, with a direct presentation from me, yeah. If we see about this picture, yeah, we can see that this is an information about something. It gives us information in some places, yeah, in some places it is a sign, yeah, or a symbol, yeah. We can define it later, yeah, but please, this is information given, yeah. We can say this is sign or symbol, we'll talk about it later, yeah. For what is it? Funeral, burial ceremony nearby this yellow flag. In some places it use white flag, yeah, or in other places, in other culture, it used differently with the other thing. The important thing is this is yellow and this is about fabric, and we have a detailed information. And then next we have the same thing, the same color, the same fabric, but different context. Whether both of them are details, but the purpose is different. The first said about sorrow, about losing someone, about funeral, of course. Then the second one is about, yeah, maybe Mas Valentino want to share something. It's very perfect if you want to have the opinion on the second one.
No, I'm sorry. I just know the first.
Okay, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, then the second one, it indicates that this place, this statue, yeah, related to Ganesha, if we have a further information about it, it's sacred, it's holy, yeah, yeah. In some places, we have a given detailed situation, but the same color and the same fabric will represent something different. That's why we learn several things related with context, yeah. The first is we have limited context. We cannot share something in details. We need another perfect like information, setting, time, and extra to make it perfect information.
Panas tenan, Rek.
Nah. Ya, jangan lupa berteduh ya. Saya mute dulu. Oke. Ya, karena beberapa tempat hujan, beberapa tempat panas. Jadi di kelas
Sorry,
saya
sir.
enak ya. It's okay. It's okay. Pokoknya santai. Yang penting mengikuti, mendengarkan, saya sudah mengapresiasi.
Susah
ya.
sinyal terus di luar, sir.
Ya, enggak apa-apa. Thank you, Mas Ardi ya. Then we'll continue related with this. Ya, the process of getting information. Nah, kaitannya dengan tadi. We can know something if we have ever experienced this. Academically, yeah, we have a theory of it. For example, an object, if we see it using our visual ability, then we will have a concept. That's the theory. We smell it, then we have a concept of what we have smelled. Yeah, using 5 senses. Maybe some of you have a 6 senses. We don't know, but academically we have 5 senses. And then if we got that, for example, visual, looking it directly, looking it on the website, looking it on the mobile phone, Instagram, etc., YouTube, and we know about that things. Oh, namanya cendol ini. Oh, namanya ini. That's about personal experience, right? That's our background knowledge. Nah, inilah yang penting dalam komunikasi ya, dalam makna. We can get the meaning of something if we have ever experienced it by looking at it, by hear it, by smells it, and extra. Yeah, you can see some authentic materials, references, yeah, from news, web portal, and extra that show someone cannot know about a thing if they do not ever experience it. ada itu berita yang minggu lalu itu, there is 2 person who live in the forest, all are male. They don't know that there is a female exists in this world. They don't know about female. That's the reality. Or we can represent it at a movie. Ada beberapa film yang has a relation with this. And then many things, we can have abundant sample, authentic sample outside there. Okay, that's why those are important. Nanti kalau teman-teman belum KKN ya atau apa, it can be implemented in your daily life, in academic setting, in your working field as a language learner. Anak-anak komunikasi kan, jadi you can manage it well. For example, in KKN, you met with a seller, a pedicab driver. You will make kind of program related with your social services. Then you said, okay, sir, good afternoon. Our program related with this several days with your group, with this group is about this. I will show you the syllabus. Our first, that is the matter. Ya, syllabus, and extra mungkin bahasa Indonesia silabus. Apa itu? Jadi kita harus tahu setiap orang punya pengalaman yang berbeda tentang makna ya. So, do they know about the word? Do they know about that word? Do they know about this discussion? We can change the level where we can low it down ya. Then using the common one or using the other preferences of word. Nah, something like that. Because what? Because we know this theory that everyone will have different different personal experience in knowing a word, knowing something. Ya, itu. Okay, that's the common definition. Yeah, this is the next one. Yeah, you can freely open the camera or not in my class. It's okay because of the internet connection. Yeah, it's very common and I can understand it well. You can have it what's that, on the landscape or portrait. Yeah, maybe sambil tiduran ya. Oh, this one with the landscape one. Oh, this is a chart drawing, not a good drawing. Yeah, this is chart drawing, and this is our analogy. If you see this drawing in the landscape position, what do you see?
Oh my God, landscape.
Yeah, you can guess because this is chart drawing.
Oh my God, that's bird.
Pardon? Can you share something related with your opinion, Mbak Sophie?
Oh my God. Sorry, sir. Kepencet.
Nggak apa-apa. It's okay ya. Surprising about the picture is okay because this is chart drawing ya. In the landscape position, we can say that this is a chick and this is a bird. Yeah. But here in the portrait position, we can say differently ya. This is rabbit and this is cat.
Cat.
Yeah, Mas Ati, thank you. So we can get the different point of view, in facing this, different angle to facing this drawing. That happen in our communication when someone get the information. Tadi kita sudah dapat diskusi awal ya, several basic theory as our layer, how we get the information from our personal experience, each other are different. Now, based on Kadler, it is written that getting information have a perception process, identification, and interpretation. So if you use the word perception, it means that this is the first step when we get that information. Istilahnya tadi, the angle or the point of view, sudut pandang. Oh, ini seperti ini. Then as human, we can identify it, right, with our critical thinking. Then we interpret it. So that's why if you do communication tadi, you can have this in our reality. That's very common. For example, karena ini academic setting, jadi we can use several samples related with discussion. Oh no, misalnya ini oh this is the picture of chick. Lalu ada yang teman-teman ketawa, chick, Nah, itu karena that person has different perception. Ya, karena in language, one word can mean many things. The perception can be about chicks that have negative connotation, right? Related with figurative language. Dan chicken, it will be different with the literal meaning. Nah, itulah perception dan create our identification that we have the interpretation of it. Ya, so we get it. Nah, tidak banyak-banyak karena ini hanya pertemuan pertama ya. That's the first layer as communication science related with language because we discuss about English language. Ya. Lalu yang terakhir sebelum ada activity tadi warming up for closing, I will share a principle in linguistic karena saya dari linguistik ya, ilmu bahasa. As a language learner, we need to have the two things, prescriptive point of view and descriptive point of view. Prescriptivism and descriptivism. What are they? Prescriptivism. The analogy can be applied in our daily life in any field actually. Ya, prescriptivism is following the rule. Kalau dalam bahasa itu following the rule tuh, misalnya vocabulary, pronunciation, we have received pronunciation, Cambridge, Oxford, and many things. Not just about English, but any languages. And then the grammar, ya, we have those belief, like principle, ya, that's called by prescriptivism. Ya, harus rule-nya ini. Kalau to pasif ya to be verb 3 seperti itu, atau itu occur, not occur, the pronunciation will be like that. Nah, itu. That's prescriptive. That's important to have a standard language. Okay, but as a human, we will face reality. We will have social phenomena outside there. Ada namanya sociolinguistic, psycholinguistic, and etc. So we have descriptivism. Tadi it must be, ini it ought be, it should be. Nah, flexibility. We will follow the rule, but there is a flexibility because not all situation have to follow the rule. Contohnya, misalnya, ya kita harus imbang. We need to know our surrounding. We have accent, we have social factor, right? Culture, accent, dialect, and extra. Makanya itu. Jadi, we cannot blame something easily. That's why, oh, that's the cases. This is the phenomena. Yeah, for our understanding, because especially in language, there is no exact 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, that's different. That's in mathematics. Yeah, but in language, it can be vary. For example, car, R pronunciation. Oh, car. Masa kamu pronunciasinya car. The R is silent. It should be like this, car. Yeah, that's our behavior in just following the prescriptivism. Karena rule-nya, formalnya iya, car, tetapi ya, it is not just about without a basic, ya, but in journal, in the research, ya, in several states in United States, ya, there are several differences. There are some country that has R, clear R pronunciation for that pride, ya. In this states, if we spell R clearly, it shows that it has a high social status, and R that silently so low social status, and the other country will be like that. Nah, jadi itu fenomenanya. Ada yang car pronunciation-nya tergantung apa? Dialect, accent. Tapi masalahnya ya, receive pronunciation we have British, American, and Australian. Nah, itu kan yang resmi, ya. Ya, the dialect itself, they have the variety. Especially in that we talk about American, pronunciation itself, they have different dialect there. So we cannot blame that this is correct, this is wrong. In bahasa, ya appropriate or not, ya. Because it can be appropriate in that place, it cannot be appropriate in this place. Kalau dulu saya ini kan fenomena, ya, pernah saya tanya ke profesor saya, Prof, why it happen? Because of, kalau anak-anak komunikasi sudah tahu ini analisis wacana kritis, ya, critical discourse, power. Misalnya ini tidak diskusi dalam, ya, singkat aja. Misalnya United States, there is a war, perang saudara, North and South. Who got win? Siapa yang menang? antara support slavery support, dan industrial support. Yang menang kan ya North. Pusat pemerintahan di mana? North. Aksen-aksen yang formal North. Itu. Indonesia ibu kotanya mana? Jakarta. Indonesia bagian barat. Yang formal-formal ya Indonesia bagian barat gitu. Yang diakses untuk bahasa, kamus dan sebagainya. That's the reality. That's why if we talk maybe in bahasa, mungkin dengan konteks kita ya, bahasa Indonesia ada yang tidak EYD, kalau dulu EYD ya, sekarang ada namanya balai bahasa, saya lupa. Nah, itu that's okay. That's not wrong but not appropriate. Hanya kurang tepat saja, tetapi itu ada di fenomena masyarakat. Jadi in learning English, you may tends to have a received pronunciation as the prescriptivism, or you can have descriptivism karena we are open minded, right? Oh, that's okay, this is correct, this is acceptable because this is related with that one, not just about pronunciation ya, and about many things. Makanya itu kadang di kelas saya kalau offline ya, ya we follow the rule. Mungkin di academic setting ada 15 menit terlambat, setelah itu tidak boleh masuk. Kalau di kelas saya ya kita ada rule, kalau tidak ada rule di dunia ini ya jadi antah berantah kan, we must follow a rule. Tetapi ada dispensation, toleration, why? Because of a context, itulah descriptivism. Nah, kenapa lambat? Oh, karena bannya meletus Pak, bocor. Karena ban bocor itu tidak direncanakan. Misalnya seperti itu analogi bahasa, tapi kita kaitkan dengan kehidupan sehari-hari. Kenapa? Tadi saya menolong ibu-ibu jatuh dari sepeda motor, makanya saya bawa ke rumah sakit dan tidak masuk kelasnya Bapak. Itu nggak apa-apa. Itulah tujuan pendidikan ya. Kalau misalnya ada berangkat ke kampus, jam 8 mulai, jam 8 kurang 10, ada ibu-ibu yang kecelakaan, ini contohnya saja. Lalu yang jalanan sepi, hanya kamu nolong atau ditinggal ketimbang terlambat, karena kalau terlambat nggak kehitung persensinya. Nah, kalau masuk tepat waktu, tidak menolong ibu itu namanya the goals of education are failed. Ya, tujuan pendidikan malah yang tidak berhasil. Ya, karena kita terlalu buta dengan aturan. Nah, itu kita harus imbang. Tapi tidak misalnya setiap hari, sorry sir, I'm late because today I helped a very pure lady that got an accident. Berikutnya I help a very pure children. Jadi satu semester tidak masuk kelas karena menolong orang. Nah, nanti that's different cases ya, that based on reality or not. Just intermezzo ya. That's about prescriptivism and descriptivism. The point is we must be equal, maintain the position. Jadi kita ada rule, kita juga bisa melihat flexibility fenomena seperti itu. Oke, ini media nanti bisa dibaca referensinya ya. This very common, there are presentational media, representational media, mechanical media. Makanya topik-topik kita berikutnya berkaitan dengan ini. Nah, sekarang closing-nya ini satu saja tentang warming up for classroom participation. Kali ini saya nggak nunjuk, tapi mungkin teman-teman ada volunteer ya, you can share something. Beberapa warming up yang saya pakai itu mungkin kadang sudah ditanyakan oleh teman-temannya di pos ronda, di kantin, di apa, guyon-guyonan kita sehari-hari. Tapi I want show you this in this class, in English ya. Then you need to answer it. You can read it, you can use your critical thinking, and you can share based on your tadi perception. You can have perception, identification, and you have your interpretation. Ya, you can read first, then you can answer. Just one question. You can read it in your mind ya. Can you tell me what occur twice in a week, ya, once in a year, but never in a day? Occur is muncul ya. Jadi can you tell me what occur twice in a week, once in a year, but never in a day?
I want to answer, sir. I think it's the letter E.
The letter E. Can I know it? Saya belum melihat namanya. Mas siapa?
Bima Bagaskara.
Oh, Mas
Sir.
Bima. Ya, oke, Mas
Yes.
Bima. The letter E. Why letter E, Mas Bima?
because in the sentence week there are 2 e, in year there are 1 e, and in a sentence day there are no e. Sir.
Okay. Correct. Perfectly, yeah. Thank you,
Thank you
Mas
so
Bagas.
much.
What Mas Bagas said, it represents about the Kadler theory, ya. Perception, identification, dan interpretation. In some person will see it and do Google Translate. Oke, apa yang muncul 2 kali dalam seminggu, 1 kali dalam setahun, tidak pernah dalam sehari. Nah, it's about perception, right? The perception using bahasa Indonesia, using a translation. The result will be different. Apa ya? Oh, sekali setahun itu ulang tahun. Tapi it doesn't match with the other requirement. Pak, is that a birthday twice in a week? Is that birthday never in a day? Nah, it's impossible, right? Nah, that's why we enter this question into different perspective, into different, like that, point of view. Like what Mas Bagas said, oh, this is not about translation, but understanding will occur, not just week, minggu, but week, the word week. Oh, twice in a week. Oh, that is e. Okay, once in a year, there is 1 e. Never day, there is no e. That's why it shows a good perception, identification, and interpretation from this one. That's the opening, the first week from our meeting, I will stop sharing. Do you have any questions? Sambil nunggu, saya akan tak presensi dulu. Saya come. Bentar ya. I will take several minutes. Okay, anyone to wanna ask about this one, our first meeting? Ini mohon maaf, ada satu yang user ini nanti saya presensi tidak ada di ini, namanya siapa, di rename ya, atau ketik di chat. Kalau lainnya sudah ada namanya ya. Nanti yang merasa namanya masih user, bisa chat saya privately ya, nanti namanya siapa. Supaya apa? I know about the exact name, because the rest of you have already given the real name, but this user still using username ya, just user. So I cannot identify who is it. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
Enough, sir.
Thank you very much. Oh, Mas Bima.
Sir, I actually have one question that I've been wondering in the past few weeks or months. Do you think accent is important for someone to learn English?
Okay, that's good questions, Mas Bima ya. Okay, accent. This about my opinion, accent is important because once again, but it is not a must, because what's that? Especially in learning, if it is an obstacle, to make someone who want to learn English have a demotivation related with this. That's why we cannot say that it is a must. But this is important to show someone identity, related with the culture. So, oh, I belong to this culture, this custom. I have this accent, about our mother tongue. But if in learning language, we can have several accent, right? With whether this is received pronunciation, the formal one, British pronunciation, American, Australian, or if we study about historical of language, English language especially, we have kind of developing accent, because English learned throughout the world, with Chinese and Spain, the big five, Then English comes to have Indian accent, Indonesian accent, then some of the new accent, it's called by word Englishes. Yeah, that's the one that we use. Maybe we mix the accent, we have word Englishes. So that's also called accent. So accent is important, but it is not a must, Bagas. Like we have said, karena saya in my principle in the teaching and learning process, and also I also read it in the Ministry of Education ya, di Kemenristek saya pernah menuliskan juga untuk jenjang karir saya about prescriptivism and descriptivism. Jadi about prescriptivism, we have something that we refers to, ada aksen yang kita acu. Tapi the reality, as long as the purpose is achieved for communication or for teaching to make someone learning something, we can tolerate several mistakes related to the accent. But the accent is important, but it's not 100% must. We have tolerance on this one. Thank you. Do I answer your questions, Mas Bima?
Yes, sir. The answer is satisfying. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There is curiosity. It reflects that you are interested in English, and then sebentar ada yang baru Mbak Sunyati. Okay. And then what is that? That you are curious about it. Then the last, before we close, there is a question in chat. I have a question from Mas Hito. You have tips for newbie to learn English? Actually, I can understand what you say, but I can't speak what I want to say. Nah, simpelnya saja ya. If you want to learn English, learn like baby, infant, and toddler. Nah, in language theory, we have learning versus acquisition. Learning versus acquisition. What is acquisition? Acquisition is pemerolehan bahasa. We got an understanding of something unconsciously. Unconsciously. Satu. It's better than learning, because learning is in a formal situation, is created, blah blah blah. Maybe we got drilling, we got memorizing in several pages in just 1 day, 2 days. That's effective in the short term. Mungkin, saya target ini, belajar bahasa Inggris, lagi semangat-semangatnya 1-2 halaman, berapa ini. In a week, we have understanding about it. In a year, in a 3 year, it will be different. Lost the memory of it, because it doesn't, it is not kept in a long-term memory. Kalau we learn it unconsciously or with, we call it acquisition, acquire it, it will be kept in long-term memory. Jadi learn when you have fun situation. Jadi kalau kita belajar, apalagi bahasa, we need to be fun. Maybe from music, English music yang sangat umum ya. Evanescence, call me when you sober, sambil sober, kuwi apa ya? Sabar itu apa ya? Nah, lalu by context, learning by context, by authentic material. Sober, posisi saat situasi saat kita tidak sadar mabuk dan that's sober. That will be kept in our long-term memory because we have a real situation from a song or movie. Inception, wah filmnya bagus sekali ini, ada Leonardo DiCaprio ini, ceritanya banyak twistnya. Inception itu apa ya? Itu long-term memory kita akan masuk. So that's why we'll have more effective understanding related to that. Then the second one, mungkin ini variasi ya, just tips. Merge tadi slide saya yang kedua. We must to be forced in English situation. Karena belajar bahasa, kalau kita tidak terjun ke bahasanya tersebut, that's nonsense. My mother tongue is Japanese. Karena apa? Bahasa ibu saya Jawa. Karena when I was child, in my home, in my neighborhood, all are talking with Japanese. Then I can get input of Japanese. I speak with Japanese. Nah, itu. Lalu in the process, kalau belajar itu, mama, baba, kursi, nggak mistakes. We love mistakes during learning. Karena misalnya balita, dia tidak akan diajari misalnya, enggak ini subjek, verb, predikat. Sama kita belajar bahasa Inggris, jangan langsung make a feedback directly related with that. The subject, the verb, the grammar should be like this. Nah, that will demotivate. Nah, kapan? Di awal itu tetap tujuannya adalah to speak up, untuk to produce more, to listen more, to produce more, to listen more. The grammar will be the second. Misalnya saat kita usianya sudah elementary school, di sekolahan sudah diajari kalau susunannya seperti ini. Nah, itu dalam bahasa. Jadi, belajar bahasa Inggris tadi in bahasa ya, jangan ditakutkan kesalahan. Kalau takut salah, kita nggak jadi ngomong. Gitu. Dan di Indonesia itu kan EFL, English for Foreign Language. Kita keluar kelas, keluar ini, di kelas saja mix pakai bahasa ya, ini saya praktekkan. Apalagi keluar kelas, sudah ke dapur praktek bahasa Inggris, nanti jidatnya di ini sama ibunya. Kamu kerasukan apa? Gitu. Jadi it's different with Malaysia, Singapore. They use ESL, English for Second Language. Karena di situasi-situasi in the certain context they use English. In academic setting, in meeting, sometimes they use English ya, in the very formal meetings, in some several situation. Nah, they support us in learning English. Jadi itu, for example, there's a question ya, that one. Okay, there are several questions, but yeah, maybe I will try to answer it some, yeah. Sir, I'm sorry, but in fact, many people mock people who are still learning English because of small mistakes like grammar. What do you think? Perfectly, yeah, because I make it a highlight in this meeting. Karena sebagai basic tadi, preskriptif, deskriptif, kita itu jangan apa ya, bingung ngomongnya, karena ini problem kita, the reality based on maybe Mbak Dewi Sekar ya, opinion, that's correct. In reality there are many people surround us who mock. Nah, kalau dalam peribahasa itu semakin tua padi ya dia merunduk ya kan, sama kalau belajar bahasa Inggris masih belum seperti itu, mocking malah kadang menunjukkan bahwa dirinya belum menguasai bahasa Inggris. Dan malah mendemotivasi orang yang berbahasa Inggris kan, seperti itu. Jadi that's not recommended ya, Mbak Dewi. Maybe we need to have understanding to others. So in learning language, the important things is about motivation, speak up, and creating a lot of words, chances, effort. Lalu about grammar and extra will be in the end. Jadi kadang kalau di kelas bahasa itu ada kelas praktek speaking ya, let the topics flow, ngalir. Ada feedback ya, catat saja dulu. Nanti terakhir kalau di-cut di tengah dia akan stuck. Tadi mau sampai apa ya? Nggak tahu. Kadang kalau itu lost about the memory. Kalau demotivated, nah itu beda lagi, udah nggak mau ngomong. Jadi benar, harus pakai prescriptively penting, tapi harus descriptively. Kita harus pengertian sebagai human, karena teman-teman kan ilmu sosial, kita ilmu sosial, jadi harus tahu, paham itu bagaimana memanage, memaintain ilmu sosial kita dengan orang lain. Ya, to follow kalau dalam bahasa, besok kalau ada cooperative principle, ya, by John Austin. Itu cooperative principle ada maksim-maksimnya. Bagaimana kita menggunakan percakapan kita supaya misalnya tidak menyakiti orang lain, tidak ini. Nah, ini berkaitan dengan education. Tuh ya. Jadi saya setuju, tapi dalam realita banyak yang mocking others, but that's not correct ya. We need to have patience, we need to let others speak, then we'll make a feedback later on in the end. Ya. Lalu ada grammar, ada yang tanya ya. Tips to study grammar. To be honest, I do not really know how to study grammar. I found it so difficult. Nah, ini have you ever found in bookstore ya 32 jam master bahasa Inggris, belajar bahasa Inggris. Ya, that's nonsense. Kalau dalam bahasa ekstrim, that's bullshit, right? Iya, grammar, tata bahasa ini tidak bisa dipelajari dalam hitungan jam. Masa akan bisa bahasa Jepang ya, hanya dalam hitungan jam, atau bahasa Inggris? No, that's not sweet with the language theory. Sepanjang ini, unconsciously tadi bertahap by our what's that? daily life, our recognition. Nah, kalau untuk kenapa TOEFL itu tidak ada mata kuliahnya, ya karena TOEFL itu proficiency, English proficiency ya, kemampuan tidak diajarkan secara pasti di sini ini ya, hanya proficiency. Dan kalau buku yang 1001 umat yang lengkap tapi mudah dipelajari itu Betty's Grammar Azhar. Di Indonesia sudah banyak di Gramet ya, ada yang the blue cover, black cover. Kalau black itu dengan English explanation ya. Maybe you can have the blue cover. Itu Betty Azhar ya. You can have Betty, itu lumayan mempersingkat waktu kita belajar tata bahasa ya, grammar. Itu sudah lengkap. Misalnya tenses itu sudah dibuat analogi pakai slide waktu ya. This is present, this is past, this is future, and extra. And then so many other grammatical thing. Tapi takes time, tetap butuh waktu. Ya. Okay. There are many things related with the questions ya.
Sir, can I ask you something?
Okay, Mas Valentino.
The English is international language, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know an international language other than English? It's just a quick question. Yes.
Yeah. This is about curiosity ya.
Yeah.
The international, I just master English ya. It means I learn English for bachelor degree, and then for my master degree, I learn linguistics. It means the core of language, but theoretically. And then I have a classmate from Arabic language, French, English to Indonesian, yeah, Japanese atau Nusantara, something like that. But from other, it's also my dream to be a polyglot, yeah. But nowadays, there are so many polyglot, including with Japanese, Indonesian, and English, yeah. But other international language, I'm afraid that so far, currently, I do not master other than English, yeah. That's my answer to answer your curiosity, Mas.
Okay, you are the master of American English, and what do you think about the American slang? Do you ever learn about that?
Yeah, slang.
Yeah.
Slang is part of the language changing, yeah. Of course, we have learned slang, kinds of figurative language, yeah. Then the history of slang, but because that's not attached daily with our culture, so we or I get familiarized by book and movie, not by daily communication, because it's very hard to practice kind of popular setting in our country, because we tend to have of standard and formal English that used in Indonesia, yeah.
Yeah, it is too much of the meaning from the slang.
Yeah, that's very good. If
Thank you for the answer.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, the interesting about slang is about history for me, because when did it appear? Kapan slang ini appears? For example, busted have three different meaning itu, misalnya ya. Busted dulu from the grandfather, but the meaning of busted will be different. From, for example, my father era or my era, there will be a different. Then from nowadays, the teenage, the meaning of busted will be different. Dulu itu busted, misalnya dipopulerkan oleh lagu. Oh, itu maksudnya tertangkap basah, sedang melakukan suatu hal yang buruk, misalnya. Lalu ada pergeseran makna dan lain. So slang is unique. Nah, that's why Mas Valentino Petrus ya.
Thank you sir, appreciate that. Mungkin buat teman-teman yang belum tahu, slang itu kayak bahasa gaulnya Amerika gitu ya. Okay, thank you sir.
Yep, you're welcome. Then the closing related with slang too, especially about American. American is multicultural country. Kenapa itu disebut states? And then the very multicultural. That's why the growing up of the slang is very fast. Like in Indonesia. Nanti ada things that differ us from animal is about creating a preparedness. And then the other arbitrariness is about variety of language. Nah, Indonesia itu hampir-hampir sama dengan Amerika. Kita produksi bahasa-bahasa barunya itu lumayan masif ya. Dulu in my childhood there is no word of jomblo, but currently we have jomblo and others. Yeah, especially in the open class of language. Yeah, noun and then some of the verb. But for closed one, it's very limited. Like in literature, yeah. Like if we talk about pronoun, yeah, it's just one a few changing of it. Yeah, like how great thou art. Kalau pernah dengar lagu itu ya, though is very classic English, right? That's why it's changing. Yeah, how great you are, God. Yeah, for example like that. Okay. Sorry for maybe if I do not answer all of the questions. Yeah. Maybe it's time to end our meeting. Yeah, I have another meeting for the evening class. Thank you. Ada yang mau masuk belum saya admit ya. Okay. We will meet again, yeah, synchronously or asynchronous, yeah, with synchronous or asynchronous next week, because we make kind of blended approach, yeah. Sometimes we have a direct conference like this. Sometimes we have asynchronous by downloading the video or watching the video, downloading the material and extra. So we will mix our way of teaching and learning by synchronously and asynchronously. Okay, thank you very much for all of you that come in the first meeting. Yeah, I really appreciate we have 80 students that come to this meeting. And then once again, you can text me if your name do not get presented later on in SIA, yeah, maybe next week, because some of you have written a different name here, yeah, with the different name. Okay, I will end this meeting. Thank you very much. Stay healthy, yeah. I hope you can get kind of happy learning, not just in my class, but in other class. Terima kasih semuanya. Sampai jumpa di minggu depan ya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih, Mas. Terima kasih, Mas.
Sama.
You, sir.